international teammate in the semi-finals. So the women's singles final begins. That's lovely play from Shin. This is what might be really the key for her. It's just that working to catch her out laterally, because she's a very attacking. Can she be worn down? That was very nicely played. Shin was under a little pressure early on with the depth of those backhands, but she anticipated the switch to the forehand side. She's already taken the doubles title. A busy day for Shin. Well, she did well to pick it up from virtually ground level, but Lee was all over it. And there's little you can do there. It's one thing getting it back, but all the position has gone. Apology from LI Yake, who's had the fortuitous moment early on. Another one that clips the net, so... And there she gets one straight away. It's all in the competition. That is brilliant footwork and a lovely strike to finish. Very acute angle generated on the forehand. She was having to reach a little bit. Work them out. And in double quick time, LI Yake. What an outstanding start that is from the 21-year-old. Taking the first game, number 2 of this best-of-7 women's singles final in Lagos. Imposing start from LI Yake. Skill to back up Shin reading. At the moment, though, she is largely on the back foot. There's action-reaction in favour of LI Yake at the moment. All started with a great serve. There, a wonderful reach from Lee, because that point might, against a lot of players, have been... What is so impressive about LI Yake is that she seems to never give her opponent any time to make a decision. occasion. Occasion there where she managed to make LI Yake stretch for something. Had the opportunity. Nicely matched. Just kept playing it to the... Pushed that so nicely back. That was a real missed opportunity. And the match is levelled by Shin Yubin. LI Yake with a couple of misses right at the end of the game. She looked as though she had control of that point, striking the top of the net instead. A tight second game. She will be reliable. And that's what's happening now. The timeout might come in quite soon. The 21-year-old. Was more reminiscent of her performance in the first game. What stellar agility from Shin Yubin. Wore down LI Yake. There, a super shot. And a couple of shots later, it was done. It was tough on LI Yake especially. That was just too simple for Shin Yubin. Return popping up, it's turning out to be. But at the moment, Shin is. couple of them saved. The game is won and won quickly and effectively. Losing the first, winning just 4 points, but since then she's been excellent. Oh dear, obvious irritation of LI Yake. And there are more and more looser shots being played by the Chinese athlete, like that one. She's largely speaking been very... Time to turn it around. Her opponent is under so much scoreboard pressure. And it continues. We just remind ourselves with each game. Seems to be what's happening here. Absolutely. What sort of next game is it going to be from LI Yake? Can she engineer a way back into it? We'll find out, because that's the game won, 11-2. A massive margin. That is the single biggest at a canter. 11-2. Just to give you a sense, Yake has had virtually nothing out of the last 2 games. Still, there's no doubt that LI Yake possesses wonderful shot-making skills. Really boxed Shin into the corner. It would also be understandable if she were feeling fatigued, considering that she's gone through 3 qualification rounds. But shots like this will feel great. Really good change of direction. Now this is really a lot better. Suddenly, Lee is finding the angle, she's finding the length. Those shots that were missing herself when the pressure's really on. The length there from Shin was brilliant, right back towards the body of Lee. possibly just a few moments of misfortune. Get a little more nerve-wracking for Lee. She doesn't. Game. As the saying goes, don't get mad, get even. And that may be what's happened to LI Yake. That might have frustrated. Stunning! What a point from Shin Yubin. The old adage of just make your opponent play one extra shot and eventually they will yield. She blasted it wide. The crowd going that one. But the game is won anyway by LI Yake. The most remarkable of transformations from one game to the next, losing the fourth 11-2, winning the fifth 11-8, and we go into the sixth game in this thoroughly engrossing final. Well, now what? The narrative seemed clear. Shin Yubin was in control, and then she wasn't all of a sudden. And that, to return to an earlier theme, is catches the edge, and if you're just turned up the pace. Straight away, Shin Yubin just carries on increasing the pressure, turning it up notch by notch by notch. Beautiful low delivery of the ball on the finally a point in this game for LI Yake. Good change of direction. Who it favours, it may be LI Yake, the highly impressive LI Yake. Just got her with the angle. That's a very good rally, well won with excellent movement from LI Yake. Really, you can see there just forcing Shin Yubin to dance around. This is very good. From 4-love down to 6 apiece. And it's not always an enjoyable thing. That will help a great deal, put into the net by a frustrated LI Yake. There was the gap, but she just never really got hold of the ball. And she now has a championship point. Shin Yubin raises her arm. A reaction of pure joy, really. Wonderful shot, great direction. Two titles in one day for Shin Yubin. The 18-year-old takes women's doubles and women's singles gold in Lagos. She does it against a really impressive LI Yake, who came here, went all the way through 3 rounds of qualification and made it to the final.
Let it go.